everyone! Join me on my soul-searching solo trip to Naoshima and Teshima Islands. Located along the Seto Inland Sea and off the southern coast of Kagawa Prefecture are some of Japan's largest art initiatives, established around 30 years ago in a bid to boost tourism. On this trip I visit Naoshima, you might recognize Yayoi-sama's famous yellow pumpkin, and I also go to the lesser visited neighboring Teshima Island, where I ended up having an unexpected spiritual experience. This journey is all about slowing down and soaking in creativity, question things, marvel at things, and forever try to make more cat friends. I started my day off going from Shin Yokohama Station to get the Shinkansen or bullet train to get to Okayama, which takes about 3 hours. There she is, she's always iconic. I got some breakfast snacks and away we go.
The trick is to wait one train if you haven't reserved your seat. So I was lucky to get a seat just now. As you see, it's very crowded at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. It's also a long weekend.
If it's a clear day, the train conductor will usually make an announcement to look out of the window to spot Mount Fuji. From Okayama Station, I made my way to the bus stop to get my 1-hour bus to Uno Port.
So I got on the bus now from Okayama Station. It's going to be like an hour to Uno.
So I thought. It was just meant to be an hour's ride, and I was admiring the slow pace of Okayama. And then it was an awful lot of ocean, and I realized instead of going straight to Uno Port, I was going all the way around the peninsula. So it took over 2 hours.
Oh my god, guys, that was so dumb. I was gonna get on the correct bus, right? I asked which stop it was, but I got on one which came 5 minutes earlier than the one I was meant to get on. And I just looked at the final destination, Uno, which meant I spent like an extra 45 minutes on that bus. And now I'm gonna hurry to the ferry. I'm disclosing this so you don't make the same mistake, okay? Check the route from Okayama, don't be in a rush. And I'm kind of in good timing for my ferry. It goes in 20 minutes, so it's not too bad. Of course, if things had gone to plan, I would have put my bag down at the hotel, but whatever, all good.
And when I did get to the passenger boat port, I was led to wait in a long line.
So I was gonna have to wait for the next one, and they said 4, I'm the 4th allowed on.
I was just able to get on. I was the last person allowed on, and I would have had to wait another hour for the next one, so I was lucky. Pretty much the first thing that you see when you get off the boat or ferry at Miyanoda Port is Yayoi-sama's red pumpkin.
So that's one off the bucket list.
I decided to rent a bike, and oh my god, thank goodness the lady talked me into an electric bike, because I know it doesn't look like it here, but a lot of the hills were crazy steep. Like cars would have had trouble going up some of them. It was a decent workout even on the electric bikes, you guys. I cannot stress this enough. Don't go for a manual bike. Do not be noble. Get an electric one instead.
Oh, so friendly. Hey, sweetie. Hi, honey.
Aww. So yes, definitely check out the calendar before you come here. The ferries run according to the museum opening days as well. Something to bear in mind Double check your buses, as we know.
My first stop was the Ufan Museum. You have to park your bike about a 10-minute walk away. The museum is a collaboration between the Korean artist Lee Ufan and the Japanese artist Tadao Ando. Lee is known for his simplistic style, combining East and West to depict tranquility and calmness. Both are known for their use of stone and concrete. Here I'm going inside where there's a no photo policy, so sorry I can't show you, but it was this kind of vibe.
My honest opinion is that it was a bit underwhelming. The outside is kind of more impressive than the inside, especially as we're paying 1800 yen, which is on the pricier side for museum entry. For the price, it was quite small. I feel like you'd expect to have more with the price, but the outside is very impressive, like the concrete vibes and the rocks. I don't know, maybe I'm missing the whole point because the art, darling, educate me if I am.
This is the Porte vers l'Infini, or Gateway to Infinity. The artwork exemplifies Lee's exploration of space, perception, and interaction with nature. The stainless steel arch flanked by natural stones symbolizes a bridge between human-made structures and the organic world.
I'm pretty tired, so I just came to this little rest spot. This view reminds me of Australia. The plan is to do the yellow pumpkin. I see it over there, so I'm gonna line up because might as well. And I also just booked a ticket for the Benesse House Museum.
Okay, so at the pumpkin, there is this constant line where you need to line up. It's the reality.
This is so awkward because everyone's watching. Okay, I think I'm done.
And screenshot this, it's my postcard from me to you.
Well, that was awkward AF. I did it for you guys. It's sort of for me as well. Thinking, well, it is my birthday. I'm old enough to not care. It was a bit embarrassing though, because everyone's watching you in that line. The Benesse House Museum, it looks like it's 10 minutes walk from here, so I'm gonna get my bike and cycle up there. Yeah, not walking 10 minutes there and back. So it's like little art villages, you know, it's cute. It's also cheaper by 200 yen to book your ticket online, and it's free to cancel up to a half hour before last entry. So it's 1300 yen to book online, which I just did. If you pay there, it's 1500 yen. That's what it said. So full of tips today. So I do remember reading that this place is inaccessible by bikes. So yeah, prepare to walk a bit. You're gonna get your steps up.
The Benesse House Museum is a unique combination of museum and hotel. It was the very first structure to be built on Naoshima as part of the Art Island initiative. It's based on the concept of the coexistence of nature, art, and architecture.
It's not really like a structure, it's like you wander around and it's huge.
The museum showcases works by both Japanese and international contemporary artists, including pieces by Yayoi Kusama, David Hockney, Andy Warhol, and Bruce Nauman.
Not able to pay any today.
After cycling back to the port and returning my bike, I made it onto the ferry to Uno Port. I went straight to my hotel, the Uno Port Inn, right across the ferry terminal. I came to my hotel. It's just like a very basic, very cute place. So I have my little bathroom in here. And then a double bed all to myself. I was gonna go to the restaurant that's
said it would have loads of vegan stuff, but it was closed, so I just got the earlier ferry, and now I just sweated so much today. So I'm gonna go to the bath, which is like a 10-minute walk again. Does the trick every single time. But summary from today, basically, it's funny how some little thing can throw you off. So just me getting that bus 5 minutes earlier and getting the wrong one and just assuming it was my bus because it had the same destination, but that oh my god, that bus ride was so long, and I just had to keep reminding myself that it was okay. What's the worst that could happen? It wasn't like I was keeping anyone waiting. I was just finding myself getting panicky, being like, oh no, why are we going all the way around the peninsula instead of straight there? How much longer is this adding to the journey? And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's a scenic bus ride. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna get there later, you know, which I did, and it was okay. That was fine. I still got to see a lot, and it works out. So just a reminder, come back to your breath. It's okay. So that happened. It was really, really hot today. So that plus the early morning plus the bus panic was a bit, you know, not as planned, but that's okay. That's what happens when you travel, and I just have to remind myself that it's totally a privilege being able to travel, and stuff happens, and that's okay. And tomorrow I'll be going to Teshima. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, kind of the reason why I'm taking this solo trip. So, a little celebration. Yeah, I did not feel like drinking or anything today at all. Yeah, just gonna go to bed, and I've booked in like a late-ish breakfast at 9, and I'll get the latest ferry possible to Teshima. So yeah, good night guys. Good morning. I woke up earlier than I'd planned, but slept well, and I'm not gonna rush to the islands or anything. Gonna have a slow morning. This is what is great about solo travel though. You don't have to consider anyone else's feelings, and you can do what you want. So slow morning for me, not rushing around. It's like mega crowded. We're doing laptop stuff. Oh, I hate kids.
I had coffee, and the Uno Port Inn also makes their own bagels and muffins, so I chose a veggie bagel for breakfast and then walked over to the ferry port. Today I'm going to the bigger but lesser known than Naoshima island called Teshima.
So the lesser known Teshima, here we go.
Getting ferry to Teshima, getting kind of used to this now. Teshima is far less commercialized than Naoshima and offers a quiet, immersive experience perfect for connecting with art, nature, and local life. The ferry ride from Uno Port to Ieura Port took around 25 minutes.
I am on my way to the needle factory. I love how the houses along here are just stuck in time, it seems like. Just such a slow, quiet living vibe.
My first stop was the Needle Factory. Installed on the site of a former functioning needle factory, it combines Teshima Island's industrial past with its contemporary artistic transformation. The factory was previously used for needle production, serving as an integral part of Teshima's small-scale industry before it fell into disuse. The art installation preserves the building's original structure, including the machinery, tools, and workspaces, as a way of honoring the island's history.
That was interesting. I was the only person there, which was kind of fun. Let's figure out what to do next. It was either wait half an hour to get a half-hour bus ride, or walk an hour, so I've just chosen to walk, get my steps in. Wow, look at that, abandoned. Okay, it is pretty hilly. Definitely getting my steps in. Okay, so going off the beaten path now down this beautiful little path. 2 days ago, the night before I left for Naoshima, I did a leg day at the gym and I went really heavy, which makes all this walking way harder. That's another tip from me. Don't overexert yourself right before your trip. Yeah, you know when you can feel the wobbliness in the gym already. It's like, oh, gonna be sore tomorrow. Oh, this is so beautiful here. How pretty is this?
It was getting close to my next stop, Teshima Art Museum, which was the highlight of my trip. It's not a traditional gallery, but an immersive and meditative experience that beautifully integrates art, architecture, and nature. The museum structure is a single droplet-shaped concrete shell designed by architect Ryue Nishizawa with artist Rei Naito. It's designed to provide visitors with a space for quiet reflection and connection to the natural world, and acts as a space where visitors are encouraged to slow down and engage their senses. Please make sure you book a ticket online beforehand, as these get booked out quickly and there are no tickets available at the door. You don't want to miss this.
The reception was a bit unfriendly. I always find in like tourist areas there's like a weird dynamic with locals and tourists.
Also, I was sneaky. There were no photos or videos allowed, but I snuck these for you guys. Honestly, I was just feeling so moved, I couldn't even do a piece to camera after. I just went to sit down at the next door pizzeria instead.
Birthday pizza over cake. Thanks for joining me.
Then I went to the multi-basket No One Wins installation. It's designed as a playful intervention in public space, emphasizing inclusivity and fun rather than competition.
There's archives decor, which means archives of the heart. Oh, I saw a little cat, look.
Hey, honey. Hey, sweetie. Oh, they all run away.
Anyway, crazy cat lady alert. It's called Les Archives decor, which means archives of the heart, and it seems like a small room with people's actual recordings of heartbeats. Which from that abstract alone is very abstract, like what I did there. Yeah, seems like it could be powerful, it could be seen as rubbish modern art, we'll see.
The Les Archives du Coeur, or Archives of the Heart, is an ongoing project by French conceptual artist Christian Boltanski, who invites visitors to reflect on themes of memory, mortality, and the shared human experience. I did find it quite powerful listening to the constant rhythm of a real heartbeat while gazing out into the sea.
Wow, I thought that was pretty cool. It definitely brought up some feelings and emotions. And the fact that you're in that dark room, you really cannot see anything. It's like, where do I go? I almost bumped into someone as well. So it's pitch black, and that light bulb is controlled by the sound of the heartbeat. I've been thinking a lot about heartbeats actually lately. I got a Oura ring, as you probably know, and it tells you when your resting heart rate is elevated. For example, after having alcohol or like a salty meal late at night will keep your resting heart rate up, and therefore putting a lot of stress on your body.
Honey. Yeah, so friendly kitty. No. Yes, aren't you nice kitty? Finally, a cat wants to hang out with me.
Once at Karato Port, the one on the opposite side of Teshima Island to Ieura Port where I arrived this morning, it was time to get the passenger boat back to Uno Port.
So the highlight was definitely the Teshima Art Museum. That was just such a profound, meditative experience, as spiritual as you can get while completely sober. I did actually meditate in there as well. I guess I'm just gonna wake up early tomorrow. Onsen was great. It's only 9:30. I guess I am older, ready for bed, so I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I ordered the same great homemade bagel breakfast at the hotel before checkout. And then I decided to get the train rather than the bus back to Okayama. Just be aware that they don't run super frequently, about one every couple hours or so. Once getting close to Okayama after one change, this made me so sad, you guys. No one gave up their seat for this sweet old lady on the train.
That made me so sad. Japanese people are not as nice as you think. I'm allowed to say that because I'm Japanese. But there were like 2 people with luggage on their bags. Everyone else is a young person sitting down. No one makes eye contact. There's very much this excuse of, oh, well, it's not a disabled seat. It's a normal seat, so I shouldn't have to give up my seat. It's like, this is clearly like a very old lady. Give up your seat for 5 minutes.
And of course I had to check out this great little vegan spot in Okayama before getting the Shinkansen, the bullet train, back to Tokyo. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Big hugs to you. Have a lovely rest of your day or night. See you next time. Bye.